Stadium, but the XFL, we couldn't ask for better partners, and hosting, not only getting the news that we had a team, but then hosting the training camp has been wonderful, and so I'm excited for him to come up and give the official news.
Thank you, Janice, and good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here in Houston. Let me first thank Judge Hidalgo for coming. We appreciate it very much, and I want to acknowledge all my old friends. Hell, we got half the Oiler team here. We could put on a little bit of a game, I think. But thanks very much for coming, and I'd like to include your chairman, Kenny Friedman, who isn't able to make it today. So the last time we were all together, in a sense, was back in November at the Sports Authority's office downtown, and we announced that we were hosting our training camp in Houston during the month of January, and that went flawlessly. And we had over 1,000 players come into the county. We had something like 10,000 hotel rooms booked, and we did pay the hotel tax, I'd like you to know.
I appreciate that.
I know you checked on that every day. We had something like 65,000 meals that these football players ate. I think 64,000 were barbecue. And we practiced at some great facilities, and I would like to acknowledge the 8 facilities that we used for our practices, one for each team. We were over at Texas Southern, we were over at Houston Baptist, over at Rice, and here at U of H. This was, in a sense, our headquarter practice facility, and then 4 high school facilities. And believe me, our football players, at least those that didn't grow up in Texas and play high school football here, they were blown away by the quality of the high school facilities. So Tully, which is the Spring Branch ISD, Turner, which is out in Humble, Thorne, Aldine ISD, and of course Del Mar with Houston ISD. And again, incredible hospitality from all the different facilities. We wrapped up training camp right here with a couple days of scrimmages, mock games. We had Fox and ESPN and ABC, our very powerful broadcast partners, come in and televise those games internally. That was a great moment to see those TV trucks pull up and actually have our players out there playing football. So that was a lot of fun. Before I get to the announcement today, which is probably the worst kept secret in professional sports, I do want to thank 2 groups. Number one is Janice, my old friend at the Sports Authority, and all the work that you and your great team has done. Without your work and involvement, I'm not sure we would have been able to pull all of this together. So thank you very much. And secondly, I'd like to thank the great people at the University of Houston. This is a marvelous institution with great leadership, and I want to shout out for Chris Pesman, the athletic director, and his team. Think about this. This is a brand new AstroTurf field out here, and Chris and his team, David, TJ Meager, they were able to put this turf down with some help from us between the last mock game, which was I think the 21st of January, and had this ready to go for a nationally televised broadcast this past Saturday on Fox, and it looks absolutely spectacular. So that's a group that knows how to get it done, so we really appreciate the work here at U of H. So, to the specific announcement, many months ago we issued an RFP to dozens of cities about our championship game, a proposal to host our championship game, and the response that we received was over the top. It was incredible. And what we were looking for really was a couple of things, very simple: a great partner, awesome fans, and the opportunity in a great city to make a championship game one of the best experiences possible. Unbelievable experience for our fans in stadium as well as on television. And lo and behold, we found it right here in Houston, Texas, in Harris County. So I'm pleased to announce that the XFL championship game, and that is the name of the game, the XFL championship game, will take place right here at TD-ECU Stadium, Sunday, April 26, 2 p.m., live on ESPN. On that day, the league champions from the East Division will battle the champions from the West Division. I think if my math is correct, the Houston Roughnecks are in first place in the West Division. But I can say this with all certainty, based on the quality of play that we saw over the weekend. All 4 games were broadcast nationally. I happened to be at the D.C. game and at the Dallas game on Sunday. The quality of play was excellent, so I think we'll see a game, regardless of what 2 teams are here, that's going to be very thrilling, very exciting, well played, and something that's a real tribute to the great sport of football. One last note, our commitment to affordability right? I think our least expensive ticket was a $24 ticket. That includes the fees. So our commitment to affordability and access will not change for the championship game. We'll have more news during the course of this month in terms of when tickets go on sale. But we want to make sure, just like we did with the opener, that we get a great crowd that's excited and that, reasonably priced, affordable tickets are going to be available for all of our fans. So with that, I want to thank, again, all of our friends in Houston and Harris County. It's been a marvelous experience for us. We did a number of off-season coaches meetings here before we launched the season. We had, of course, as I mentioned, our training camp here. I think it was about a $7 or $8 million financial commitment to the city and the county in terms of hotels and practice facilities and all the other things that 1,000 football players and staff and coach need. So we're very pleased with that. It went flawlessly. I think one of the reasons we were able to play good football coming out of the gate week one was because of the great preparation that we experienced here in Houston. The best part for me was having a couple of my friends, old retired high school coaches, come out and watch games. And they absolutely had a blast. They were, they pretended they were scouting and taking notes. In fact, many of you know our kickoff looks a little bit different, right? And they wanted to bring that kickoff to the Texas High School Coaches Association and recommend taking a look at it. So I thought that was really very, very cool. So again, we're excited about our XFL championship game, April 26th. That's a Sunday, 2 p.m. live on ESPN. And I envision a sold-out TD ECU Stadium, and we're going to have a great, great evening. So thanks very much for all the support that we've received. And with that, I'd like to ask Judge Hidalgo to come up.
Thank you, Oliver. That's very exciting, and it's wonderful to hear that from Oliver Luck, who is just such a point of pride for our community, now leading as commissioner, but also before leading the Dynamo as a player with the Oilers. It is just it's such a point of pride, and of course you're also Andrew Luck's father, and I went to college with Andrew. I get a lot of flack for being too young an elected official, but I'm retirement age in the NFL. It is just so exciting to have the championship game in Harris County, in our region. Harris County, Houston are such great sports towns, as we've seen with the response we've had already to these games, the welcome that I'm sure folks are going to give to this championship game and to our team. We're grateful to the XFL for choosing Houston and Harris County as the place for their championship game, as a place for the Roughnecks, of whom we are proud, and of course, the location for the training camps for all 8 of the XFL teams. We are also grateful for your guys' commitment to diversity and committing to have at least one woman in each of the officiating crews. It's certainly a big step in the right direction. We are big enough for all kinds of sports. We've got enough fans. To me, sports are about pride in our community, about pride in our diversity, and the principles of competition, of preparation, of celebration and fun that keep our diverse community together. So it's very exciting to have this here. I do want to encourage folks to come out to these games, to stay engaged. I believe and I trust that this team, that this league and the championship game will continue to be an example for our young people of good sportsmanship, of good fun competition, and continue to power some dreams for young people and for all who stay engaged in sports in our community. So thank you again, and congratulations to all who made this possible. Janice, the team, and everyone at U of H. Thank you. I'll repeat in Spanish. Les ahorro la broma. Estamos aquí celebrando la decisión de la Liga XFL de tener aquí el juego del campeonato para la liga. Es realmente un orgullo para nosotros, el Condado Harris, la ciudad de Houston. Somos comunidades que celebran los deportes. Hay espacio para cualquier tipo de deporte aquí y hemos visto la respuesta pública ha sido realmente con los brazos abiertos a darle la bienvenida a esta liga. No solamente estará acá el juego del campeonato el 29 de abril, sino también el entrenamiento de todos los 8 equipos de la XFL y el equipo de los Roughnecks, de quienes estamos orgullosos. Entonces invito a todos a que vengan a los juegos, que continúen de disfrutar los deportes en esta comunidad, y espero que este equipo siga siendo un buen ejemplo del deporte, de la competencia y de la diversidad, del orgullo que tenemos en nuestra comunidad. También le agradezco a la liga el haberse comprometido de tener al menos una mujer en todos los equipos de referees, en todos los juegos. Es un buen principio, es un buen paso, pero ahora a celebrar este logro y apoyar a todos nuestros equipos deportivos aquí en Houston y en el Condado Harris. Thank you.
Thank you to Judge Hidalgo and to Commissioner Oliver Luck and our staff at the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. Thank you, Chris Massey. I know you kind of championed this and you worked really hard. There's a lot of people that work their tails off behind the scenes, and as Commissioner Luck said, there's a competition that happens. These events, every city would like to host events like this. So to the University of Houston, to the staff at the Sports Authority, thank you for your hard work, because you're the ones that make it happen. And then to the citizens of Harris County and Houston, thank you for showing up. We love our sports, but we especially love our football, and you showed up this past weekend, and we encourage you to continue to support the XFL team, because they put their trust in us, and we are honored. So thank you all for coming. We're going to do a photo op, and then we will be available for individual comments. Thank you.